tell your best pal when she's here.
Who's here?
She's here,
Doris Dear.
It's Doris with a cocktail in hand. She's the perfect housewife. And the Rumpus Room might have a band.
Well, maybe.
It's Doris and her dear friends. They live up in the sky. But for the chance to sing and dance, her friends might also buy. It's Doris. It's Doris Dear. She's that girl on the street. She'll show up with a sweet. You'll adore when she knocks on your door. Press her on. It's Doris Dear Sidecar.
Hi, everyone. Doris Dear, America's perfect housewife here. Welcome back to the Rumpus Room. Now, my mom and dad, Taffy and Duke, well, they were truly a classic mid-century modern couple. They seemed perfect, but, well, they went through their stuff. But they always focused on how much they truly loved each other. Listen, I learned from the best. Taffy taught me that to make it in the world, you must be a strong, independent woman. Because that's what she was. I mean, come on. You know, Taffy went to work when I was in the 7th grade. She took a part-time job in one of the big banks. Now, one day, she showed up in a wonderful, beautiful, fashionable lime green pantsuit and matching scarf tied around her head. Well, the VP of the bank came running down, and he told her that she had to go home immediately and change into something more appropriate for a woman in the workplace. And certainly not pants. Well, Taffy marched right out of the bank, noticed a payphone in front of the bank, and with a twinkle in her eye, got on the payphone and called the local papers. Now, who do you think was on the cover of the style section that weekend? And don't you know, Taffy was back working at the bank the following week. And what was she wearing? She was wearing that green pantsuit and matching scarf tied around her head. Oh boy, that was Taffy. That was my mom. Style is everything. Style is what gets us up in the morning. Oh, darlings. Now, Taffy had so much to say and teach, and you know what? I wrote it all down in my little book here. You know, she gave up her career modeling for her family, and she was so proud to raise and take care of her family. And she was never embarrassed that she was just a housewife. She never understood why some thought it was like, I don't know, something bad, only raising a family. I mean, that's the most important thing you can do. But I kept her notes with me, and all times I read them, and, well, I'm sharing them with you now. Now, needless to say, well, they are a slightly different view of the world that we live in now, but Taffy was great at so many things. Cooking, mother, wife, gardener. But I will say that being a housewife was not always easy. You sometimes felt underappreciated. But Duke, well, he made sure that he told her how much he loved her and how important she was to our family and the world. Yes, I mean, Taffy was a staunch believer that everyone was equal and all people deserved equal rights, no matter what. I tell you, Taffy was truly loved, as was I. Now remember, I'll have all my tips and stories and recipes and everything else on my website at www.dorisdear.com/Gurl, Gurl-talk. Oh, who could that be?
Hello, Doris, 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 where are you?
Masks off!
Oh, yay! Freedom!
Yay!
Woo!
But we're safe at Doris Dear's Girl Talk. We're temperature checked, we're COVID tested, and we're masked.
I know. You did everything.
We're good. Well, welcome to Doris Dear's Rumpus
Thank
Room
you,
and Doris
Doris.
Dear's Girl Talk.
It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. Well, the subway station just 3 days ago. But we won't tell anybody about
No.
It's so real. No, how are you? It's so great.
Good.
You look amazing.
Well, thank you.
But we have to say right away, the hair. The hair.
It's kind of, yeah.
You grew it out. Like, this is no big secret. You just have, if you look at pictures, you have different color hair now.
I do, yeah.
This is the real stuff.
This is it, yeah. it happened just basically because of COVID that I couldn't get in to see anybody. And Lord knows I was not about to do it myself.
Yeah, and my homemade Tony perm, I'm still working out a few of the curls.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now, I've had a few bad perms, a few bad coloring, so I figured I'll just wait. And then it started growing out, and I thought, you know what? I've done characters that have had gray hair, and I've liked it. I've gotten so many compliments on it, and I thought, who am I to keep people from giving me compliments about my hair? How selfish am I?
But it looks great, and it looks so healthy.
Well,
because you're not dyeing it. And,
yeah.
I mean...
It is falling out.
Oh, oops. Well, I have a great doctor, by the way, knows how to add a few plaques
look
in
at
there.
that.
I mean, come on. It's all natural growth. But, people always tell me that when women decide to not dye their hair, it's like it's kind of a little life-changing. Did you feel that?
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, turning 60 was life-changing.
Oh, stop. No. You mean 40.
Oh, when I turned 40, 60, which was a few years ago, you feel like, I've spent my entire life trying to be the nice girl. And now I'm just going to be whoever I want to be.
Right?
And it is very freeing. And then when you stop doing your hair, you do feel free. It's a hard decision because I've been dyeing it since I was 35.
Right.
But it's great. I love it. I do love it.
Yeah, now your hair is for you, not for the image that other people want you to have.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's like, this is it.
Yeah.
Give me a wig if you want. If you want, give me a wig. It's
Right.
fine,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so I have to read this because this is in the New York Times, and I think it's great. Fierce emotion, intense and intimate. She creates a mood of wild expectation.
Wow.
Hearty affability. The kind of person you sense you could trust to be a loyal friend. A rarity. Well, I think that's a cheers, darling. We're having a little cocktail today.
Cocktail.
So this is a
my napkin
sidecar, a Doris Dear Sidecar, a classic drink from the 50s.
It's beautiful.
And
Here's to you.
Here's to you. Drinking out of my mom's Waterford crystal glass.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, I love that. Now that's an
Wow.
afternoon drink. Yeah. We'll be doing great.
Yeah. How long is this interview?
Yeah. Girl, let's go. Now, I've known you quite a while. In fact, I remember seeing you in Sunset Boulevard for sure. I see you were... were you the standby?
I was the standby, right.
But how many performances did you do?
Well, listen, the mythology has me at like 275. I think I'm probably somewhere over 200.
But that's a lot for a standby.
Well, I did 3.5 years with them, so
right.
Yeah.
But back then, now today, like big stars say, I'm only doing 6 of the 8 shows a week. Back then, they didn't really do that. They just called in, right?
Well,
or kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, Glenn Close is. She is a trooper, that one. She was not going to let anybody do her show. Well, listen, I feel the same way. If I have a role,
Sure.
you're going to have to probably shoot me to get me to do a show because I want to do my job.
Right, it's your
there's
job.
that work ethic. And she had an amazing work ethic. And the only time the first time she missed was like 2 months after we had opened.
Wow.
2 or 3 months. I mean, that's remarkable. Because out in Los Angeles, we were doing 5-show weekends. And for anybody who's done those, you do a Friday to Saturday to Sunday, and then you have 1 day off. And it's a hard recovery. And she recovered like nobody's business. I kept waiting and waiting. I was like, please, when is she going to miss? She never did.
Well, I'm a Vegas showgirl. I worked Vegas for a short time, but we did 13 shows a week. 13 shows in a week.
How long were the shows?
The shows were almost 2 hours. Yeah, we would do 3-show nights and finish at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
So of that time period, how much were you on stage?
Constantly. I was a male singer, and we sang every single number.
How did you survive that?
It was crazy. You're young, you're just doing it.
You're young.
And you're thin, and you're up on those elevators, and you're flying your costumes in, and you're jumping in and going out. And at the end of the night, you go, oh my God, what the hell? What just ran me over? You know, you just do it, and it's a job.
Right.
You know, I love doing it, but it's your job and it's your work ethic, and I was really happy. I felt like Anne Margrock or something. I'm like, you know, look at me, I'm on Vegas. Where's my motorcycle?
Well, and you probably learned how to pace yourself really fast.
And you know, as a singer, you know, you always read about how when Jersey Boys ended, all those actors who did it for so long had to retrain their voice.
Yeah.
Because your voice becomes specific to doing that 8 times a week, 8 times a week, 8 times a week.
Right.
You have to sort of learn what to do with your voice again because it gets used to that. It's a crazy sort of thing. Now you did. Now I know you were in Jerome Robbins' Broadway, Sunset Boulevard, Mamma Mia. You originated the role of Tanya.
I did,
right?
the party girl.
That was
the little
awesome.
slut. Yeah, I liked her.
I love that show. That was the beginning of all these jukebox musicals on Broadway. But we won't hold you responsible. And of course, Hairspray, which, you know, fantastic.
Yeah.
But play me a country song?
I know.
What is that? I don't even know. I had to look that up.
And did you find any information about it?
Not really.
I was going to say, yeah, if you had, I'd be impressed.
I want to find a picture. Couldn't find one.
I have the belt buckle. That's what I have from it.
A belt buckle.
It's for opening night. I got a belt buckle.
And that was your first Broadway?
That was my first Broadway show.
And how old were? Yeah, that was 1982. We'll just leave it at that.
82. I was I born in 51, so whatever that is, 30 something. Yeah.
And it was just the most exciting thing in the world. I bet your first.
God.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding?
It's like every dream come true.
It was so thrilling, and you know, that was the reason. One of the reasons I moved to New York was to be in a Broadway show. And here I was cast as Frances, you know, and in Play Me a Country Song. And not until the reality of rehearsals did it kind of hit me that we're in serious trouble now. You know what? It actually was done off Broadway as a jukebox thing. Called Jukebox Opry was what it was called.
Ah, okay.
And then they tried to move it. It was kind of successful, and then they tried to move it and put a book to it. Nothing worse, because the writers were
just
not
the fact that they're trying to put a book to it is a little dangerous. It's kind of a hint.
And nobody was talking. They all got angry with each other.
Oh boy.
And the director kind of didn't know how to corral actors or tell us, you know, just move where you feel your character would like you to. And you saw all the actors kind of go down center.
Down stage center. Where else are you going to go? I'm going down there. Come on.
We all should have gone out stage.
Well, I was going to say some should have exited, maybe.
But we did 2 weeks of previews. They changed it. They changed it constantly. You know, every day you would get a new character. You'd get a new song. You'd get that song taken away. And then we closed on opening night. On opening night, they took us out on the Circle Line tour for our party.
Hey, baby.
They didn't want anybody to read the reviews because as soon as we came off that ship, we got our little red, our pink slips, you know, saying.
Well, talk about, now you also did a show that I understand had a lot of changes involved too, which I saw you in, which you were the moment of that show that I loved, Wonderland.
Oh.
I mean, you were getting a lot of changes during that run as well.
Yeah.
But you came out, I remember I was there and I thought, oh, what's this? We went and saw it and you came out and it is one of, you know, my favorite songs ever. Off with their heads. It's the least I can do. I love that.
We got to do that together.
And you did that big, huge fundraising gala for me and called me up and I did an interpretive dance. Only as Doris can do. That was so fantastic.
You made it complete.
Oh, that
complete.
I just that number and the costumes. I mean that whole
Susan Hilferty.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. That was the best entrance ever.
Yeah.
I came in this big, it was supposed to be some sort of a carriage, but it was an elevator that came down. And, I mean, it was perfect. Everything about it was perfect.
I loved it. And you just came off a big tour, Love Never Dies.
Yes.
That was how long? 2 years?
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
6 solo albums, 13-time Mac Award winner.
I have 7.
Oh, excuse me. She's downstage center
That's
again.
right. I learned
Mac
my lesson.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
And you're all over the social networks. You're doing live. So COVID hits. it changes us as artists.
Yeah.
You can sit back and wait. You'll be waiting a long time. Or you can hit the ground running and trying new things, like coming into the Rumpus Room. You're doing live concerts every Thursday, is it?
Every Thursday I'm doing, like, I call them my little showlets.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to sing. Started out just singing to the tracks from my CDs.
Right.
And now Chris, Denny, and I are able to do, rehearse, and he sends me tracks. And yeah, I just want to keep singing. It's interesting singing to a little hole in my computer.
Yeah.
With my ring lights and my, I've set up my little microphone, and you just have to. I just wanted to keep going.
Yeah, because we're artists. We want
Right.
to keep going. We want to continue to create art in a different way. It's just
Right.
different. And
Didn't want to lose connection.
right, yeah, because someone said to me, I said it in another interview, that if your life is about being on stage and the stage is gone, what's your life about now? And it's an interesting concept.
Wow.
Like, no audience, no stage. If that's your artistry, then what's your artistry now?
Right.
So you
Wow.
have to re-find it and redo it. So I'm so glad that you came by and shared it with us today.
Oh
It was
my
so
God,
fun. Let's
what
have
a
another.
joy.
Let's have
Yes.
another sip of our Doris Dear Sidecar with a sugar rim.
Sidecar.
Yes, it's a classic 50s drink from the Rumpus Room
Wow.
with Taffy and Duke, my parents.
It is good.
And
by
day
the way.
drinking is always good in my book. Hi, Doris Dear here. I'm sorry to interrupt the regularly scheduled program, but I've got an important announcement and I wanted to tell you about it. Mark your calendars, December 19th, right here on Broadway On Demand. I'll be streaming from the Triad Theater right here in New York City, the Doris Dear Christmas Special. So come on in and meet some of my friends, hear some great holiday music, and we'll be telling stories of Christmas past and present. So check back here on Broadway On Demand for all the information and tickets. I'll see you then, and back to the program. Bye. Oh, hi. Welcome to the Bar Cart, the place where we make the cocktails we drink here in the Rumpus Room. Now, I have to admit, my go-to drink in the winter is the delicious Sidecar. Oh, I adore this cocktail. And I tend to like slightly sweeter drinks, and oh, this one warms my bones and tickles my taste buds. Now, the Ritz Hotel in Paris, France, claims origin to the drink. It's a little debatable, but hey, who cares? The first recipes for the Sidecar appeared in the 1922 cocktail book. But of course, it's also contained in my cocktail Bible, the Esquire Cocktail Book. Now, it's a rather simple drink of cognac, brandy, Cointreau, or some other triple sec, and lemon juice. A sugar rim tops it off, and down it goes smooth as silk. Ah, boy, I love sitting in front of a fire and sipping this while feasting on lovely board of meats and cheeses. Yum. Now, let's get on to the drink. Let's see. Now, to our shaker full of ice, because we always start there, we're going to add, let's see, we're going to add about maybe 1.5 ounces of brandy. I think that's about right. 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau. Oh, I love that smell. Oh, it's sort of orangey and yummy. Some lemon juice, about 3/4 of an ounce. Now, we're gonna get our exercise for the day. We're gonna shake vigorously. This is my COVID workout. Now we're gonna strain that into a saucer glass with a sugar rim. Woo. Oh yeah. Ooh, that looks delicious. And we finish it off with a nice little piece of orange peel. Now sip this one slowly, because you don't want to waste it. Oh, that's good. Now listen, I hope you enjoyed your stay in the Rumpus Room today. As always, I love when friends drop by and we share some fun ideas and bring some joy to the world. Don't forget, head over to www.dorisdear.com/girl-talk for all the recipes and hints from today's show. I hope you'll drop by the Rumpus Room again for more of Doris Dear's Girl Talk. Come see my show, I'll really sing for you. And remember, a dress doesn't get you anywhere. It's the life you live in the dress that matters. See you soon. Cheers. Oh, now I just need the fireplace. Who's inviting me? Hello?